So, have you ever stopped to think about what really makes an AI smart? I mean, it's not just about raw processing power or millions of lines of code, right? There's this secret ingredient at the very core of the most advanced systems, and it's what separates a basic machine from something that can actually, reason.
To really get to the bottom of this, let's ask a pretty simple question. What is the real fundamental difference between a thermostat on your wall and a super sophisticated AI that helps doctors diagnose diseases? I mean, think about it. They both take in some information and then do something. But the gap between what they can do, it's just massive. And the answer, believe it or not, comes down to one single word: knowledge. Yup, that's the magic ingredient. It's not just about the raw data an AI has access to, but how it stores it, how it gets to it, and most importantly, how it actually uses it.
But here's the thing, knowledge isn't just one monolithic concept. In the AI world, it actually comes in a few different flavors. And if we really want to understand how an AI thinks, we first have to get our heads around the different ways it can know something. Okay, first up, we've got what's called declarative knowledge. The easiest way to think about this is it's the what. It's the simplest form of knowledge out there, just raw, objective facts about the world, kind of like all the stuff you'd find in an encyclopedia. For instance, the statement, Paris is the capital of France. It's a simple, verifiable fact. It doesn't tell you how to get to Paris or what to do when you're there. It just states a truth. That's declarative knowledge in a nutshell. Next on the list, we have procedural knowledge. This is the how-to. So now we're moving beyond just knowing a fact. We're talking about knowing the actual sequence of steps you need to take to get something done. This is knowledge in action. A perfect everyday example of this is just knowing how to make a sandwich. You know the procedure, right? Get the bread, add your fillings, put it all together. That step-by-step process is classic procedural knowledge, and an AI absolutely needs this kind of knowledge to actually perform tasks. And finally, we get to the most nuanced type, heuristic knowledge. Think of these as your rules of thumb. This isn't about hard facts or fixed instructions. Nope, this is all about experience, intuition, and probability. It's what allows an AI to make really good educated guesses when things aren't so black and white. You know, a great example is when you look outside, see it's cloudy, and think, it might rain, I should probably take an umbrella. Now, is it 100% guarantee it's going to rain? Of course not. But based on experience, it's a pretty good bet. This kind of probabilistic reasoning is absolutely crucial for any advanced AI. All right, so now we have our three flavors of knowledge. Now, here's where it gets really interesting. Seeing how different types of AI, or agents as they're called in the field, either put this knowledge to work or operate without it completely. Let's start with the simple agent. This agent is basically a reactor. It doesn't think, it just does. It perceives something in its environment, like a thermostat sensing the room temperature, and then it just follows a simple pre-programmed rule. If it gets cold, turn on the heat. That's it. There's zero internal thought process going on. Now, let's contrast that with the knowledge-based agent. This is a whole different animal. This agent has an internal database, a knowledge base, that's just filled with facts and rules. So it doesn't just react. It takes in new information, compares it against everything it already knows, and actually reasons its way to a conclusion. Think back to that medical AI sifting through thousands of symptoms to suggest a diagnosis. And this brings us right to the heart of our explainer, this fundamental split between simply reacting and truly reasoning. This is where all the magic happens. So let's just put it all side by side. The simple agent, its action is to react. It's driven by rigid, pre-programmed rules, which means it has very low flexibility. That's our thermostat. The knowledge-based agent, on the other hand, its action is to reason. It's driven by that internal knowledge base, and that gives it the high flexibility needed for a complex job, like medical diagnosis. It's a fundamental difference in how they operate. So the single most crucial point is this. The key difference is the ability to handle new situations. A thermostat can't learn or adapt. It does its one job. But a knowledge-based AI can take a unique set of symptoms it's never seen combined in that specific way before, and, by reasoning with what it knows, come up with a plausible answer. That's the game changer. So, what's the big takeaway from all this? Well, it's something I like to call the knowledge leap. The real secret to intelligent AI isn't just about feeding it more and more data. It's about giving it a structured knowledge base and the ability to use that knowledge to reason.
to connect the dots, to handle new things, and to act with something that looks a lot like understanding. That is the leap from a simple machine to an intelligent agent.
And that really leaves us with a fascinating question for the future, doesn't it? As these knowledge bases get exponentially larger and more complex, I'm talking incorporating all three types of knowledge on a massive scale, what new forms of reasoning, creativity, and problem solving are they going to unlock next? Well, that's definitely something to think about.